somebody's got an opinion about football, and they're all different. And it's great when you get experienced people talking about football, bouncing ideas off each other, disagreeing, as we often do. But hopefully it made for a great show.
Former Liverpool FC midfielder Danny Murphy.
Salamat Tingo.
This is the Premier League, only on Astro.
Dalam Nadia Arena hari ini, berita gempar yang kami terima adalah mengenai virus pelik purple merebak di seluruh negara. Ia kelihatan jelas, sangat jelas di CCTV. Bukan itu sahaja, lampu jalan juga telah bertukar menjadi purple. Lebih memeranjatkan lagi, kami menerima laporan tentang hujan bulu tangkis purple. Amaran kepada semua bersedia untuk demam purple di Astro Arena dan HD.
First and exclusive.
I said kneel.
I will never bow to you.
The Pan is our tribe's bravest warrior.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk. You gotta send us.
Resist happiness.
Don't quote some book and try to
don't resist happiness.
The fifth wave succeeds. Humanity will be wiped from the face of the earth.
First and exclusive, and all new on Saturdays.
Kalau orang gila, dia menggigit orang.
Nama saya Sofia.
Saya Sofia so good.
Saya pergi mandi dulu ya.
Pergilah mandi.
Doktor Bugok. Makasih. Kita punya hospital ada satu barang lari. Siapa? Oh, carilah tengok macam mana.
Kita cari Sepatu Reunion Live setiap Jumaat jam 10 malam.
So there, a picture of the late Saeed Modi, the man who was so tragically killed.
Lucknow has become synonymous with the name Saeed Modi, whose spirit lives on as India's greatest shuttlers do justice to his memory. See them go the distance for gold. The BWF Grand Prix Gold Saeed Modi International Badminton Championship 2017. Live on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.
In the world of sports, everyone has a role. But who plays the greatest role? Driving the game forward. Who witnesses every crucial moment? Who embodies the passion with one collective roar?
And away we go. This crowd all went ooh. You cannot keep this man quiet for long.
If he misses a shot, he could be going down, but he's not going to miss.
This is the greatest night in live entertainment.
Battle commence.
An extraordinary turnaround.
That's world class. What a performance, what belief.
Play your role. Voice your passion. Live sports to the fullest.
Mr. Mannix.
What's up?
The director can't find Baird Whitlock.
Somebody slipped it under my door. We have your movie star. Gather $100,000 and await instructions. Who are we? The future. The studio needs your help. Baird Whitlock has been kidnapped, but we're looking for him. We don't want it in the gossip columns. I need some cash.
You must have very strong forearms.
I'd like to know what the hell is going on here.
This is bad.
Hail Caesar premieres Monday, January 30th, 10 p.m. on HBO.
January on History.
Let me show you what Asia's Special Forces are made of.
Asia's Special Forces with Terry Shepard.
Let's take it down.
Inspired by the real U.S. Navy SEAL missions.
Welcome to West Squadron.
New drama series, 6.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
He promised change as he delivered.
We will start getting to work. We will close Guantanamo.
Examine the Obama legacy. January on History. This is the time when the challengers go up against the legends. This is the quest for the ultimate prize. Elite Major CSGO, live on EGG.
So good. Finds Ross, the three. Got it. Bucket and book it.
Well, he's taken everyone's record, so I don't feel too bad now, but he's...
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark, she is Nadia, and you are watching Daily.
Yes, upsets, absence, and a foggy football match is what we have for you on the show today.
Plus, we are still giving away these Hong Hong merchandise that me and Nadia are displaying right now. Keep your ears peeled on how you can win these.
Yes, first things first, we're in Melbourne Park for the last of the men's singles quarterfinals left to be played. It was meeting number 9 between Rafa Nadal and Milos Raonic. Australian football royalty was in the house. Tim Cahill showing his support for Raonic's camp. But there was not much to celebrate for the Canadian in the first set after the third seed committed 10 unforced errors just like that. In contrast, Nadal was swinging for the fences, enjoying 16 winners, including a couple here, just before he closed things out in less than an hour. Raonic's most recent victory was the Spaniard. Actually, was this year in Brisbane, but that form just wasn't on display right here. But things took a turn for the worse in the second when Raonic needed a medical timeout in the 5th game. Whatever his problem was, it was obviously still bugging him. Unable to return that shot, but he kept close at Nadal's heels throughout, enough to force this one to a tie break. He'd take that point but lose the set eventually. We'll keep you updated with what's going on in the third set throughout the show.
And 6-time Australian Open winner Serena Williams faced Britain's #1 woman in the last 8, and it was basically no contest for the American. In what was their first career meeting, Serena never trailed here, serving up 13 winners compared to her opponent's 8. It almost seemed as if Konta was not even trying at times. The second set saw Konta start off on the wrong foot, and that was one of her 13 unforced errors here, but so did Serena. There was a bit more fight in the second set by this year's Sydney International winner compared to her performance in the first. But she could still only muster 3 more winners here though, including that one, which kind of stunned Serena's box for just a little while. And despite trailing the game in the 6th, it didn't take long for the 22-time Grand Slam winner to show us just why she's won that many honours in her more than 20-decade career, unleashing one of her 25 winners on Konta throughout this match. And so after less than 90 minutes in action under that infamous Melbourne sun, it's a former world #1 who is through to her 8th semi-final. And she's also the 3rd American woman through to this year's Final 4. Now, it's the first time that has happened at the Aussie Open since Wikipedia went online. So we did a little bit of research for you, and we found out that the last time that happened in a slam ever was the same year that Tampa Bay Buccaneers were crowned Super Bowl champions, and it happened in 2 different slams too. Now back to this year's event and how Serena feels about the progress of her opponent in the semis.
I'm so proud of Mariana. She's been playing so well. You know, we played well over a decade ago. Oh my God, almost 2 decades ago. So it's so good to see her back out, and to see her in the semifinal really just is so inspiring for me. And I'm so happy for her. And no matter what happens, someone 34 or older will be in the final, and that's just really awesome. So it's great.
I got myself together, and no, you ain't no friend of mine. There'll be no more tears for you now. You see, I'm moving on fast, finally got the past to go, leave this pain behind. You cut deep, babe, but you don't see, and you don't care, and you don't bleed. You blow my mind like dynamite. You go boom, boom, boom. You go deep, babe, and now I know. Sweet, sweet words for all the show. The music's hot, dynamite. It goes boom, 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 boom.
Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors on a 3-game losing skid. They don't have DeMar DeRozan, who's out injured, so Lowry had to step up against the San Antonio Spurs. Here, first cue, Kalo through traffic +1. And then later on with the runner, 11 first quarter points for the point guard. Mo Lowry, the dagger here from downtown, 30 points on the night. But the Raptors still trading by 7 at the break. Greg Popovich going, "Gongxi fa cai to you, gongxi, gongxi, gongxi to you, you, and you." Okay, we jump straight to the fourth cue now for a seesaw, right? Davis Bertans only one thing on his mind, 12 points off the bench for the Latvian. But the prehistoric reptiles creeped back. Terrence Ross with his version of speeding. Raptors up 1. Next up, LaMarcus Aldridge. No good, but don't fret. Kyle Anderson is there to mop up the mess. Spurs now with a 1-point lead. But not for long. The Raptors charging in the shape of Norman Powell. Final ball with guess who? Ross again. Toronto open up a 4-point advantage. The fourth cue saw 8 lead changes, but this one proved to be the most significant. Rookie DeJounte Murray with the sweet J. Spurs hang on to win by 2. Raptors on a 4-game losing run. So on top of the amazing away run that Spurs are on, there's another record worth keeping your eyes on. Their coach, Greg Popovich, the original beard, is now 1 win away to match Jerry Sloan's record for the most wins with one NBA franchise. Their next 2 games, New Orleans and Dallas.
To the capital of the USA now. The Wizards were attending a funeral. Well, sort of. The dress code was a team bonding thing for the grudge rematch against the Seas. So according to WikiHow, first you have to arrive early, and John Wall did that by beating the buzzer here. Not to be left out, Jay Crowder did the same thing, this one from deep. And Boston seemed to be saying to Washington, bring it on. And of course, bring it on the Wizards did. Bradley Beal with a little wizardry for this 3-point play. Taking a foul before the layup. And of course on Daily, we got to show you that again because it was awesome. Marcus Smart guilty of that foul, getting some stick from the assistant coach during a timeout, and he would eventually walk out on his teammates, only to return a little later. Now with Smart out and about, Jay will seal the win with this dunk, drawing a foul in the process. They don't call him great for nothing, right? Wizards take this one by 15.
I remember in Toronto, Paul Pierce said, leave your passport at home. It got me thinking when I thought about you guys wearing all black today. When you do that, you have to come out and deliver. What was the message? What did you get out of it?
We didn't say much. We knew it was going to be a tough game. You know, they have a heck of an all-star and a superstar there in Isaiah Thomas. Everybody else played their role over there, and they got a great coach over there. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Guys came up and played big for us today. You know, we just tried to make it tough for those guys. And without our amazing fans, we wouldn't be able to get this win.
With Boston's memorial behind them, the Wizards are now on a 14-game winning streak at home. It's also effectively the longest winning run at home this season. Talk about home sweet home. Well, if you've been missing out on the show, you've got to set a reminder next time, because you wouldn't know that we are giving out these Hong Hong merchandise, which are so cute, even cuter than Nadia, but she's not cute.
Hey. All right. Since nobody got the answer yesterday, we'll give you guys an easy one today.
I like
now,
easy
okay,
ones,
right?
okay.
So just tell us, who was the coach of the Boston Celtics, right? The last time, it was the year of the Rooster.
How is that easy?
It is easy because you can just Google it. Go on Wikipedia, right? Submit your answer on our Instagram post and you can stand a chance to win one of these gifts.
I got it.
Shh, don't. Save it for later. We've got more for you on Daily.
I never could dream about being here again, and this is just...
I was laying in bed watching TV, and all of a sudden I got that notification. Roger Federer just posted, and I was like, oh no, please don't tell me it's that.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by Calpis, Japan's first cultured milk drink. Brickfield's Asia College, the fastest and smartest way. And MyEG, Malaysia's e-government service provider.
I can see you. Come on.
Do it again. 1 Million and Lady Million. Fragrances by Paco Rabanne. Now discover 1 Million and Lady Million Privé.
Darling, we thought 3 hours already.
Don't worry, our calls are free. Hello? Darling? Are you there? Wow, sorry to you. My prepaid plan saves me a lot every month. I buy your lunch. Menu. Top up my prepaid, please.
Then, madam.
Earn so much points already. Oh, redeem this, and this. It's payback time. Payback, a prepaid plan from Senheng Mobile.
This is the Premier League, only on Astro.
We head back down under to see if the sun will continue to shine on 34-year-old Mirjana Lucic-Baroni's fairy tale run here, or will it be cooling down?
Now remember, of course, this lady not.
Mirjana started the game strongly, closing the first set against 5th seed Karolina Pliskova following that unforced error. Pliskova then needed medical attention before the start of the second, and whatever the medics did to her seemed to work miracles, because she fought back to tie the first game at 1 set each. And looking at how the medics helped Pliskova to victory in the second set, the Croatian decided to call on them as well. But it didn't look good when she was forced to leave the court. But being the warrior that she is, she braved the pain, we think, and got back on court to extend her fairy tale at the Aussie Open. And we like to think the medics did play a part here as she caused yet another major upset in the tournament. Earlier, she defeated 3rd seed Aggie Radwanska in the second round, and now Lucic-Baroni advances to her first ever slam semis in 18 years.
One day I will say a long, big story about things that happened to me, but I never could dream about being here again, and this is just... I know this means a lot to every player that reaches semifinals, but to me this is overwhelming. I will never, ever, ever forget this day and this last couple of weeks. This has truly made my life, and everything bad that happened, it has made it okay. And just the fact that I was this strong and that it was worth fighting this hard, it was really incredible.
Wow, emotional scenes there. And 15th seed Grigor Dimitrov taking on 11th seed David Goffin in the other men's quarterfinals at the Aussie Open. Both men looking to make the semi-finals for the first time, and it was Dimitrov with the early advantage, going 3-1 up. That ace was one of his 5 in the first set. Goffin, the first ever Belgian to make the Australian Open quarterfinals, did show a little fight, making Dimitrov commit 11 unforced errors. The Bulgarian, though, looking to extend his unbeaten run to 10 matches, still managed to see out the first set 6-3. And the second set was a formality, with the Bulgarian easing it out 6-2. But it was in the third that saw Goffin play his best tennis, which even saw him take the lead. Dimitrov, though, was having none of it. Check out the shot that takes him into his first ever Grand Slam semi-final. He may not be meeting Roger Federer next, but still has something interesting to say about the Swiss legend.
I can't pass up the opportunity to ask you about something that was shared with all of us by your friend Roger Federer on his social media feeds earlier this week. You guys were doing some singing in the hotel room. The singing was maybe not as beautiful as the tennis you played today. I want to ask, did Roger ask permission to share that with all of his fans and your fans?
Absolutely not. I was laying in bed watching TV, and all of a sudden I got that notification. Roger Federer just posted, and I was like, oh no, please don't tell me it's that. And then I was tagged into it, and then I just opened it, and I was like, well, great, thanks, man. You know, the text was followed by thanks, man. So But I mean, we enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. So we'll work on that.
Staying with tennis, Andy Roddick is set to join some illustrious company, which includes Michael Chang, Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi. The former world #1 man in tennis will be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame this year. And as usual, at the announcement, he was asked his 2 cents worth on the probable final of 2017's first slam.
Who wouldn't want to see the Williams sisters, and who wouldn't want to see a matchup between Roger and Rafa with history on the line? You know, if you think about the historical significance of what that match would look like, one at 14 slams, one at 17 slams. Rafa wins, it's 15-17, and the French Open's around the corner. That's back on. Like, it's literally game on, you know, for the most slams ever. And if Roger wins, it's 18-14, and I don't know that divide gets made up. You know, it's got to be the most, if that happens, it has to be the most important match in Australian Open history and possibly Grand Slam history.
And in case you've forgotten what Roddick has done in his tennis career, here's a quick reminder. The 2003 US Open winner's claim to fame includes climbing the ranks to the top in the same year he won his first and only slam. The American still holds several records, including the fastest serve in US Open history, winning the most consecutive tiebreaks and winning the most number of games in a Grand Slam final.
The Clippers head to Philadelphia with only 2 losses in the last 10 games. The 76ers, meanwhile, have lost only 3 of their last 10 games, winning all of their home games in that run. So what will happen when these two teams face off against each other? Guess who's back? Blake Griffin, after an 18-game absence, and it was like he never left, getting into the thick of action with this layup right here. The halftime team talk was certainly rosier with BG around. He continued to make his presence felt in the third quarter, assisting DeAndre Jordan for the alley-oop. The 76ers then started coming to life soon after with this tiki-taka-like move, ending with Richaun Holmes laying it in. Just check that out. DeAndre Jordan didn't have the best of nights. Here's why. Air ball. Now, even I could have hit the rim, I think. Ersan Ilyasova then taught Jordan a lesson on how not to shoot an air ball from deep. See, even Kevin Hart was applauding that effort. The 76ers would take this one by 11, making it 6 straight wins at home. The Clippers may have lost the tie, but one man who had plenty to cheer about was Jamal Crawford. The 34-year-old scored a game-high 27 points on the night, including 6 threes. It was enough to surpass Jason Kidd in the all-time three-pointers made list. The Clippers will certainly hope he stays hot when they visit the Warriors next.
And Chicago missing Michael Carter-Williams against Orlando. His replacement, Jerry Yan Grant. Not much of a bullfight at the start. Mario Hezonja with the pass to CJ Watson for the jumper. But the mistake by the Bulls gives Jeff Green a chance at the layup. Orlando ahead by 2. There are more steals in this game. Dwayne Wade led the Stampede, trying for 2, but rams into Green instead. No worries, Jimmy Butler cleans things up. Off on another break, Alfred Payton drives through the herd of Bulls to cut the lead to just 1 point. In the last quarter, Doug McDermott finds D-Wade, who shoots from the arc. And there was more daylight robbery. Orlando tried some magic in a bid to come back, but Butler was in their way. You know what they say, mess with the Bulls, you get the horns. And you'd be breaking a commandment if you steal, but it's not wrong in sports. In that game itself, D-Wade had 7 steals, tied for the highest this season in any game. Wizards point guard John Wall also had 7 against Charlotte. Steph Curry with the same amount against the Clippers. So Nadia, quick trivia. Do you know what catch-22 means? I bet you don't.
Yeah, I don't. I have no clue. Wait. You did not just make it up, right?
Well, it's been defined as a dilemma. You're damned if you do or damned if you don't. And that's exactly how world #1 Jason Day is feeling right now about his game. Does he risk his health to win everything? Or does he preserve his health for a better future?
Okay, Mark. Deep.
I was talking to Tiger about this the other day. I said, you know what, I want to win as much, and I want to be successful and all that stuff. But at 40, I don't want to be walking around with a cane. You know what I mean? you know, it's great, but there's nothing like having your health and being able to wake up in the morning, just jump up and not even have a care in the world that your body's, you know, injured. So there has to be a little bit of give and take. There has to be a balance between that. Obviously, I know that hitting it longer is good, and you come into the, you know, a lot of the golf holes with shorter clubs, obviously, but once again, if I keep going the way I'm going, I don't even know if I'll make it to 40. So I just got to keep everything going.
The back problem that has plagued his career limited him to just these accolades last year. No majors since the 2015 PGA Championship, but he did win 3 titles on tour, including his second at the WGC Dal Match Play.
Well, there is still more ahead on Daily, and I hope you've already submitted your answers to win yourself some Hong Hong merchandise. Hey, you've stolen my big chicken!
Yeah, I did!
Tell us the question, Nadia.
I'll tell you the question again. Tell us who was the coach of the Boston Celtics the last time it was the year of the Rooster. Very easy, right? So submit your answer on our Instagram post, and you stand a chance of winning one of these.
And after the break, was Michael Ballack referring to Manchester United when he said this?
And they're playing good football. There's no sign that should change something.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by Brickfield's Asia College, the fastest and smartest way. MyEG, Malaysia's e-government service provider. And Calpis, Japan's first cultured milk drink.
Dalam Nadia Arena hari ini, berita gempar yang kami terima adalah mengenai virus pelik purple merebak di seluruh negara. Ia kelihatan jelas, sangat jelas di CCTV. Bukan itu sahaja, lampu jalan juga telah bertukar menjadi purple. Lebih memeranjatkan lagi, kami menerima laporan tentang hujan bulu tangkis purple. Amaran kepada semua bersedia untuk demam purple di Astro Arena dan HD.
First and exclusive.
I said kneel. I will never bow to you. The Pan is our tribe's bravest warrior.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk. You gotta send us.
Resist happiness.
Don't quote some book and try
You
to
don't
analyze
resist
my
happiness.
The fifth wave succeeds. Humanity will be wiped from the face of the earth.
First and exclusive, and all new on Saturdays.
At the African Cup of Nations, 4-time winners Ghana are through to the quarterfinals for a 5th straight time. They still have to play their final group game against Egypt. Win, they'll finish as group leaders, and lose, they will meet Congo.
You know, in a tournament, you need to win games, and we don't know the outcome of the game, but that is our main focus. We want to maintain our 100% record.
This is a serious game. You know, we are not blind. We qualified already to quarterfinal, and nobody knows what is good for us. What good for us is to win the quarterfinal. So, but as I said before, the players have winning mentality and everything.
Other teams already through to the last 8 includes 2002 runners-up Senegal. They play 4-time champions Cameroon for a place in the final 4, while the 53rd ranked FIFA nation in world football, Burkina Faso, have Tunisia for company on the 28th of January.
Now, what do Michael Owen, Carlos Puyol and Michael Ballack have in common besides being footballers? Nadia? Cameraman? Anyone? I tell you what, I will tell you myself. They are some of the ex-football legends who will be featured in Star Sixes, which is a Legends only tournament set for July this year in London. Ex-Manchester United, Liverpool, Real Madrid striker Owen, who will play in one of the 12 teams competing, also took time out to talk about Wayne Rooney.
well, he's taken everyone's record, so I don't feel too bad now. He's an all-rounder, and added to all that, he's obviously been very fit and very, or not got any major injuries throughout his career, and that really helps, and had a consistent level throughout his career. And to go through, to stay, to have the pressure, the criticism, all these things that you sort of contend with throughout your career, and to still be banging in the goals now was great. And he's still only 30, so you'd expect him to have a few good years left in him still.
Former Chelsea, Bayern Munich and German international Ballack will also participate in this iconic tournament. And he believed his former team, where he spent 4 seasons, has what it takes to go all the way in this season's Premier League.
Yes, I think so. I think they look comfortable, and 8 points clear is a lot. And with not having international games during the week, it helps a bit too, because you can recover. Mentally preparing really well for the next weekend, it helps a bit, and they're playing good football. There's no sign that should change something. Even with Costa, a little disturbing fact was they solved really well. Conte was hard but correct in my eyes, and he came back, he scored immediately. That shows he's professional enough to handle that situation as well. So everyone knows what they play for. They play for the title, and that's what counts.
All right, time for a little warm-up. Care for a chicken dance, anyone? Okay, no, we're not talking about football legends driving a cab. That happened earlier. We meant this Belgian league match between Oostende and Charleroi. I know what you're thinking. What, the fog? Yes, a thick fog actually disrupted this match, but we think Charleroi, coincidentally in black, invited them. As you can see, when the fog thickened, they pounced silently.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk.
Even tell who's who in this fog. The Ninjas would double their lead as the fog strikes again. Sneaky fellas. And wait, is that their mascot?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
The Zebras, or rather Ninjas, who call 3 points in the end, can't help but feel sorry for the home side. And some updates from the land down under. A close start between Arnad and Amrao. Similar to the second set, a game of back and forth between the two. The Canadian pushed Rafa to the limit in this set, almost as if it's getting to his head. Nadal with an ace there to take the lead. Just one more set. Right here in the lead with 40 love. Rafa broke Raonick's serve to win the match.
It's like he's won it, and it's like it's the good old days.
All right, here's some perspective. It's been 2 years since Nadal has been to the Final Four of this tournament, but he's done a whole lot better than last time around, when he lost to Fernando Verdasco in the first round.
Well done, Nadal. And this is our last show this week. And I was going to wish you a happy CNY, Nadia, but you've been very nasty to me on this show. So I take that back, and I'll wish all you lovely people at home a happy CNY.
Well, I'm going to be nice and wish you happy CNY.
Oh,
and you guys too. So you should not ignore the fact that tonight, Top 30 is happening. So make sure you catch it at 9 p.m, okay?
Don't miss that. And remember to leave your answer on Stadium Astro's Instagram post to win those Hong Hong merchandise.
Oh, yes. All the best, and thanks for watching.
See you later.
Every year, sports fans make a resolution to